Hi, I'm Rachel Elder. I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Washington State and Florida. Again, if you've been around for a while, I was licensed in Florida and then stopped, and now I'm relicensed again in Florida. So I got two corners of the U.S. right now. Today, we're coming to review our blog post for June, which is focused on when to go to couples counseling. I like the number 3. I like to keep things simple. So I'm just covering 3 ways to know it's time to go to couples counseling in a very broad way, but there's so many reasons to go to couples counseling, and it's always unique to what's going on in your relationship. But one of the reasons we go to couples counseling, or most people go, is because we are facing a difficult challenge and we're getting stuck, right? This challenge keeps coming up. I call it the here we go again conflicts with my couples. We keep coming here and we're not finding progress or movement, or we're both being stubborn in our ways, or very like my way is the right way, and we're really stuck in the dynamic. Some examples of this could be deciding to have kids or not, or deciding to grow your family or not. Should we get married or should we just stay committed? Navigating financial differences, parenting differences, caregiving differences, intimacy desires and preferences, or communication breakdowns are common. Here we go again. I would say most people go to couples therapy for these things, and it's a valid reason to go. Sometimes we need that outside perspective to help us hear one another, to help us look at it differently, because we can just get stuck in our own ways. I'm guilty of this in my marriage. Sometimes I'm like, yes, my way is the right way. Like, I don't know how many times I've said that to my husband. I'm like, yes, I'm right. Right? There's this sense in all of us that we want to be right. We want to be correct instead of just being happy. And when I get in that mode, I'm missing joy and connection with my husband because we both get in our little standoff, and it's so common. And so when we go to couples therapy for this, we have to be open to the process. We have to be open to the therapist being the expert on couples therapy while we are the experts on ourselves and our relationship dynamic, and be open to different ways of looking at our dynamic, to engaging, to communicating, whatever it might be that you're working on. But I think this is probably the most common reason people go to couples therapy. I think the second most common is couples on the brink of divorce. These are people where they have gone from the like, we're facing a challenge and we're stuck, to we are probably engaging in some really painful, hurtful, unhealthy ways together. And so a lot of times people think, oh, if you go to couples therapy, it's because your relationship's really bad or you're about to get divorced. And that is sometimes a reason, but I don't think it's the most common reason. I could be wrong. There could be a research study out there that tells me that I'm incorrect, and I welcome that. But I will say couples on the brink of a divorce can be another reason it's time to go to couples therapy. You are wondering if the grass is greener on the other side. You are finding yourself looking to get away from your partner, to end the relationship, even if it's not deeply what you want. You're looking for relief from the pain and hurt that is happening towards you within your relationship dynamic. And of course, it makes sense to seek out support when you're here. You're looking for someone who can help provide clarity of what it looks like to heal and repair, to help provide clarity on what direction you each want to take, and to potentially, once again, help you see each other's perspectives. Sometimes people who are coming to therapy because divorce has been thrown out there, it's not truly what they want, but they are desperate for relief. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to heal this. It's so painful that they just want to cut it off. And that makes a lot of sense, right? No one wants to be stuck in pain or hurt forever. And when you get in the throes of that, you can feel like, is it ever gonna be different? Will this ever change? So going to couples therapy to help see what growth can look like together, individually as well, is a super valid reason. I think the third reason people go to couples therapy is that they are seeking to grow stronger together, or what we call preventative care. I won't lie, as a therapist, I think this is the ideal time to go to couples counseling, and I'll share why. But couples also go just when things aren't wrong, right? There isn't a lot of hurt and pain. Things are going well, but they recognize we want to get better at communication or conflict management. There are some areas that we don't feel as strong in, and we want to improve in that together. So that preventative care, they're not waiting till things feel really difficult or hard or painful, but they are saying like, let's do this. This often looks like premarital counseling. Sometimes that's required by the place you're getting married at. Sometimes it's just what's encouraged and you want it. Or even sometimes just like life transitions that couples go through. They recognize they want to come together and get some tools and resources and support so that they feel strong and connected together. The reason I say this is the ideal time is because my experience with couples when they come for preventative care is that they're open in a way that couples who are really struggling or on the brink of divorce are not open. Their self-protection is not at this high level in these other areas in what we experience. They are open to trying something new. They're open to being wrong about their perspective or how they want to navigate something. And so that openness gives us a lot of movement and adaptability and just different ways we can work together. And so that is why I say this is my favorite, because when people come and they're open to learning, man, the room lights up, the experience is different, and it helps give couples therapy a positive experience for people versus we came because we're in pain, and we can have a positive experience from it, but it just helps shift the stigma about couples therapy. All right, as always, I welcome feedback. I welcome your input. I wonder if you see another reason that people are going to couples therapy, or you have your own recommendation of when to go to couples therapy from your lived experience, or because you're another therapist doing this work. Leave them in the comments below. If you want to read more in depthly what I just summarized in the blog post, it's live at connectedcouplescounseling.com on our blog, and you can check out all our other resources too. We'll see you next month.